What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol, back with another video today. Mando time. That's right, guys, Ryan back with another video. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, you might want to consider hitting subscribe, hit thumbs up button. Let me know down below if you're new, and let me know if you hit the little button. Today, I have the most, what I predict, the most anticipated figure of 2020, at least in my collection. And I've got the Hulkbuster lately, and this trumps that. I'm just saying, for me, Mando fan. But I'm super excited about it. We've got Mando here. I was actually able to pick this up at a local comic shop, which was awesome because when I went there, they had that one, but they also had this one. So I got this one as well. So you might be going, what in the world? Why did you buy two of those? Well, quite frankly, I have a Patreon, and those supporters out there supporting me on Patreon, I'm going to be giving away one of these Hot Toys Mandalorian to one of those awesome supporters out there. So stay tuned for that. I'll announce that in the coming weeks. This is going to be mine, and this one's going to be somebody else's. So and it's like brand new sitting in the box. So I thought that was kind of cool. If you want some more details about that, there's a link in the description below. Let's go ahead and get... Oh, wait. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. I also got something else today. Yeah, I almost forgot. Oh, this came in. Boom. Incinerator Trooper showed up today too. So come back, subscribe for another video on this guy. Yeah. Pretty sick figure. So if you want to see that one, come on back very soon. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Like I said, hugely anticipated figure. This thing is going to be flipping epic. Okay, so here we go, guys. We've got the Mando in the box, TMS 007. I don't know if that was like it meant to be that way, but this is the way. 007 Mando helmeted secret. Just saying, throw it out there. I don't know. But we got this nice orange band going on with the Mando figures. We saw that with the Remnant Trooper as well. And then we got a picture of our Mando here, and we got a picture of our Mando here. And then on the back, you've got all the whodunits for anybody who might be interested in that. But let's go ahead, guys. And we're not here to look at the box. We're not here to look at the box. This is going to be epic. I can't wait. All right, let's go ahead. Come on, let's do the Hot Toy plop. There it goes, the Hot Toy plop. All right, there we go. Check out that box art. The insert looks fantastic. Big fan of this. I love that they actually use the figures for the photos in these guys. And I'm just... It has arrived. Let's do this. We're ready? Let's take off this insert. Looking fantastic. And... Oh yeah, there's our figure, guys. Looking great. We've got some hands, got some accessories. We've got some weapons here. Let's see here. We got, oh wait, hold on. We're gonna need, where on earth did I place my knife? That is crazy. Oh wait, it's in my pocket. Ha! Look at that. Oh wait, 3-pack's calling me. 3-pack's calling me. By the way, there's my, here's it. I got a decline. I'm in the middle of a video, guys. All right, I've got my knife here. We're gonna need this for the little tape. There you go. There's that. That is on top. Okay, so cool. We're gonna take this. A lot of the times when I unbox these figures, I literally just take the entire freaking tray out because it's easier that way. But, oh, that Hot Toy smell. Love it. That never ever gets old, guys. It never ever gets old. It's the chemical and the plastic and the just, never gets old. Look at, oh goodness. So this is what we're gonna see, guys. We do have some hands. We'll take a look at those in a second. We got some weapons. We got this blaster. We've got some cool blast effects. We've got piles of accessories down here. Interchangeable pauldron there. And here we go. Dude, just the initial thoughts. Initial thoughts are, it looks freaking beautiful. The colors, the textures going on, oh, everything looks fantastic. Whoo, man, look at this helmet. Oh crap! Oh, it's got a little thing there. We'll take a closer look at that in a little bit. But look at that. The paint apps look awesome. Let me put that back there for a second. Oh man, this looks awesome. Let me go ahead and get all this stuff out of the box. All right, guys, so we got all the accessories out of this box, and let me tell you what, they look freaking amazing. I'm pretty excited about this, honestly. The one thing let me take that back. There's two things I'm not super excited about, but we'll get to those in just a minute. First off, let's take a look at these hands. We're gonna get 6 hands. We're gonna get 2 blaster holding hands, one of which looks just like this, and the paint app looks pretty awesome. I kind of dig this. The weathering, the little dirt and grime, colors look great. And check out those gloves. They're definitely a more orange than I anticipated, more yellow orange than I anticipated on the fingertips. So I didn't really, I mean, I knew they were that way, but in person it kind of was, it's very strong color. So it's not bad. I'm just saying this, I didn't expect them to be like that. But anyways, you're gonna get a couple blaster holding hands just like this. You got a couple fists that look just like this, and then you get a couple extra open hands that are actually on the figure. We'll take a look at in a little bit. So that's pretty cool. We do have his blaster. Look at the details on this thing. Love this little cog like, you know, material or design they've got going on right here. I'm not a big fan of the super round circular trigger, but that's, you know, I didn't make it. It's all good. I don't know if he scrapped this together or actually stole it from somebody or killed somebody and took it. I don't know. But the sides are definitely different. So this side is more flat. If you see like the detail going on here versus the detail going on this side. So that's interesting to see that. Well, why it wouldn't be the same on both sides? Kind of cool. But this is not, the paint apps are not, it's not flat. It's definitely got some weathering, some detail on here versus the other weapons we've seen in the past. This one's actually, it's actually kind of cool. It does come with this changing out pauldron here from the very first episode. He comes with the Beskar armor on his pauldron. So this gives you a little shore trooper vibe to change out if you want. And it is attachable by Velcro. I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. I love this part right here with the little flakes and weathering and scarring and stuff going on there. So that's pretty awesome. So we have our transponders. That's a pretty cool, neat little deal accessory. Again, it comes with a bunch of cool stuff that you can pose them in different ways, which we will definitely be having fun with posing. And I'll probably just do a total separate video on posing the Mando figure, because I think that would be fun and it'll give me some time to spend with the figure. Right now, we're just going to take care of the unboxing section of this thing. But look at this. That's pretty cool little detonators going on there. It does come with some other ones that are actually already attached to the belt on the figure, but this one's separate. And then we've got these nice little pyres that go into the base, and be careful not to stab yourself. There's some paint app. This is not just a flat. You can see it kind of gets lighter up here and darker down here. So it's not just flat, so that's kind of nice. Then we get this blaster rifle. This thing is huge. Absolutely huge, and as it should be. It is awesome. Really like this. I like the woodwork. You can actually see the grain going right there on the stock. That's pretty nice. Kind of dig that. And again, we go with the detail and the paint apps, very similar to what's on the pistol blaster. And it just looks awesome. I love the coloring, like the copper and brass and dark browns and the gunmetal and the bluing and just everything about it. And then we get down to the tip right here, and look at the rainbowish, the heat going on right here. So this has definitely seen some action. He has disintegrated a few Jawas, and that looks pretty sick as well. So there we go. And then on the flip side of this thing, we've got his scope, and obviously you can see this is bits and pieces of old World War II stuff they put together. This is interesting. So it's got a lever action going on here, but it doesn't actually, I wonder how they, I mean, it's got one on that side, I guess, as well. That's interesting. I don't guess I really paid much attention to that in the past. But the gold and brass colors they got going on here is pretty awesome. One thing to note, this piece right here is quite thin and quite flimsy. I can see this definitely tearing off if you're not careful, so be careful. And then I've had people tell me, as I've not had this figure in person, and about this little peg where it attaches to the front of his bandolier. So we'll look at that. That's definitely a point of we want to pay attention to and not break. But overall, this thing looks freaking amazing. I'm super excited. I wish I could have got mine from Sideshow a little quicker, but I still have 2 on order there. For those who are counting, that would make 4. because I've got 2 on order Sideshow, which I'm just waiting on because I ordered late, and then we've got obviously 2 that I've picked up today. So that's pretty cool. We've got 2 pyres here. We've got our normal stand, which I absolutely, now this is when I was talking about things I hate. I hate these stands from Sideshow. I'm sorry, Sideshow. I hate these stands from Hot Toys. Where they put the footprints in these. I know these are reused, and the only thing that really changes this, but I hate, because it looks so odd, and if you don't put the feet directly on there, they don't really stand up all that great. So I don't see me really using this, just purely because of that. I would have much rather had just a regular flat base would have been just fine with me. I don't know, just I hate these just give me all the sand and leave the footprints out, and I'd probably go with that. And it blast from the past, haven't seen a display stand crotch grabber like this in a while, at least from Star Wars. This is definitely an older style crotch grabber, but just fine. It's sleek, it looks nice. I don't have a problem with that. So that's kind of cool. Just don't like the footprints. And then the cool part right here is the helmet. We got the Stormtrooper helmet. Look at the weathering on this guy. Look at this thing. That is crazy. We've got some cracks going on there. This is where the pyre goes through here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And interior. Oh, this is where they dropped the ball. There's no design on the interior. What? Got this. Now, here's interesting. I've got the helmet from the Leia and Wicket 2-pack. So I've got that right here. Just happen to have it side by side. So essentially, I mean, you can tell it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, a little different paint apps and whatever. It's close, right? But the inside is completely different. Look at the design and detail on the one from Leia and Wicket. Look, they like fully furnished this whole thing. It's got all the little bits and bobs and detail work, and then this thing is just like, it's interesting. So I don't know. This is cooler. I mean, I know you can't put this on a figure, and it makes sense. But look at the why didn't they just give us this one and poke a hole in it? I don't know. Anyways, I know it's not really a bad thing. It just is what it is. So there is the helmet. So that's all the accessories for this guy. He's got a pile of them, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Mando. Here we go, guys. Finally, we have a Mandalorian in the studio. I'm super excited about this. Like I said, most anticipated figure of the year for me, absolutely. And it looks flipping amazing. I'm gonna start off. I got to start off with the helmet. The paint apps on this helmet, and I hope this come across on camera. The paint apps on the helmet are just on point. They're just on point. Everything about this helmet is awesome. It exceeds expectations. I wish there is a subtle gloss going on here. I mean, it's definitely been weathered. You can see some weathering bits going on here along the edges, as it should be, because that's what would happen. Somebody's been throwing this thing on and off and around their Razor Crest. But this thing is looking absolutely fantastic. The gloss on it, you guys can see it bouncing off the light. The shimmers, it looks metallic. It straight up looks metallic, as it should, and I really, really quite like this thing. So here's your little earpiece going on here. Look, the detail on the back. Look at the weathering going on here. I mean, everything about this helmet, it screams Mando. And the one thing I really liked, the first thing I saw when I took this guy out of the box was it reminded me back of episode 1, where the slightest little nod was enough to convey the expression that they were trying to convey, and this absolutely has it. The slits, you know, the Mando style helmet going on here, the slits for the visors and whatever, it says so much. And I don't know that maybe it's the attachment to the character in the show, but I just think they really nailed that really well. So the number one thing that really stood out to me was really the color palette of this figure. It's striking. It's definitely desert. It's definitely, you know, he's not trying to stand out, other than obviously his Beskar armor that he'll be adding a little later on, including this guy right here. But it just overall, it's not something that's going to stand out flamboyantly colored like the Incinerator Trooper is going to, like literally stand out on your shelf. This guy's going to stand out for a totally different reason. But let's take a look at some of these details. The armor here, definitely a flat material going on here, this paint, but all the little bits and bobs and the damages and everything going on, I think looks fantastic. You've got the bandolier here with the, pleather coverings going here, a little metal-ish. That's definitely plastic, but it kind of looks metal, right? Cartridges right here if you want to disintegrate some people. More cartridges down here on the bottom. These are removable, although I don't know why you would want to remove them. Maybe you want to have him hold one or something, I don't know, but I have no intentions of doing that with mine. But look at the texturing of all these materials. So you got this flat armor material, then you've got this texturing here, all the stitch work, and the stitch work going on down here on the side. See if I can rotate this thing this way. And I will open this arm up a little bit. But look at the stitch work, the layers upon layers of design. Look right here, even on the elbow. Everything looks fantastic. The colors work. I mean, obviously the art design, the costume design of this guy, they spent who knows how much money and time to create it. But there you go. This is interesting. I thought this was kind of interesting as well. On the actual holster, a lot of the times we see little terrible magnets hold these together. This one they actually gave us a strap, so I'm a big fan of that. I actually quite a big fan of that, because the little magnets on like Luke Skywalker and different figures, they just fall off and they don't stick very well, so I'm totally cool with that. But the belt looks great. Coming around here, we're gonna have little different pouches and whatnot, and we've got our detonators here, which, like I said earlier, there's a third one that comes separate that you can put in there. And that guy looks pretty awesome. More cartridges. I mean, he's ready for battle. He's ready for battle. Back here, we've got his back armor, dings, dents, shots. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, if you are sleeping on this figure, oh man, I don't know. I've been telling you for months, don't sleep on this figure, guys. Do not sleep on this figure. And don't even take it from me as like the Star Wars hype and Mando hype. Just straight up as a 6 scale figure. It's fantastic. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you think there's a possibility you might want this, do not wait till it sells out. Just don't. We got more cartridges going down here on the shin. I mean, just look at the texturing. Look, we got a split boot finally from a Star Wars figure. I can't believe it. We got a split freaking boot from a Star Wars figure. Oh my goodness. Hot Toys is, I'm telling you, man. Super excited about that, because we can pose this thing really well now. But check out the texturing on the boots. That's not just a flat brown or black. That's pretty nice. Again, cartridges back here. If we flip this guy around, you're going to see some more little pieces back here that are attached to his other shin. Look at this. What? Look at the mix mash, like the different armor style here versus here. We see that in Stormtroopers, right? Look at the different boots, the shin armor here versus the shins going on here. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The cape is a nice. The material of the cape, if you're familiar with Star Wars figures, this feels a lot like the Jedi cloaks. All right, so if you had the Luke Skywalker, Anakin, this feels a lot like that material as far as the weight and texture. It's definitely got a little bit of sheen, as you can see it bouncing off the light. It's more of a grayish, definitely a grayish blue than a brown, and it matches really well with the colors of this figure. So I really quite like this. There's no wire in it, so there's something to be said for that. But when we come back and we actually do the posing video, I'll show you some tips and tricks on that. And we do have a hole right here, which is where his little holster deal goes through here. You can actually attach the blaster rifle right there. Whew, man, that's cool. Let me go ahead and throw this guy in just a quick pose and see what we can do with him. All right, so I got this guy in just a quick pose. Let's take a look at it, and I want to give you my initial feedback on manipulating this figure, posing this figure, and trying to figure out the little odds and ends, okay? So I spent about 15 minutes, something like that, just kind of messing with this figure, trying to get a feel for what it can do, what it can't do, what parts might be dangerous. You might want to know that if you get this figure in soon. So a couple of things. One, the armor plates down here are actually attached by Velcro, so that's kind of nice. But the only downside of that, with having armor pieces like this, and not necessarily Velcro, is if you want to turn the leg one way or the other, then the foot will go that way. But if you don't, because the armor is on the actual fabric, sometimes you can't get the fabric to go that way in your pose, and so sometimes you got your leg going this way and your armor going this way, and it looks kind of strange. So there's that. So when we actually do a posing video for this guy, when you come back, we'll see how we can maneuver that. I don't know just yet, but I like the look of it. The flat out appearance is awesome. I have no issues with that whatsoever. They put a fat suit on this guy. I don't know why. They put a fat suit on him. It has definitely got you can feel it around the torso, and even on the legs. You can feel there's extra padding going on with the legs, and you can feel it in the arms. Like you can feel it in the biceps and the arms. They've actually got extra padding going on there. I mean, to fill them out now. In the show, I don't know. He seemed like a pretty slender fella. I don't know why they added the fat suit in there. It does hinder the range of motion a little bit. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. But it does hinder the range of motion just a touch, versus what it possibly could have been. So let's throw that out there. Again, I don't know why. Maybe it's just because of appearance. It looks awesome. Maybe there's that. But there is Hot Toys is known for giving up range of motion in order to have realism. So maybe the realism won out on this particular figure, because it does look great. The shoulder arm, this Pauldron right here looks fantastic. You can actually change it out with Velcro for the Shore Trooper style vibe. If you want that, you can do that. I don't see me doing that. I kind of liked that. The paint apps on the helmet versus this Pauldron right here, on point, no issues there. It looks fantastic. So big fan of that. Again, I think I talked about this already with having that strap going down here with the blaster holster. I think that's fine. I did have to kind of just shimmy the blaster in there to get it to go all the way down, so the strap would come down. So that's that. I changed out a couple of hands. One interesting thing, I thought this was cool. So the transponder, the tracking, the homing beacon, the device it's got right here. There's actually there's not a specific hand to hold that. You actually have to, if you're trying to figure this out on your own, you actually have to literally stretch the hands and to where you get a friction fit for that, which I imagine is going to be the exact same thing for the detonator here. So I don't hate that. One thing I did not touch upon on the accessory portion was these effects. Now, I think it's cool that Hot Toys offers these, but these feel like a toy. They just feel like a toy. I mean, I've got them with Yoda, we got them with Count Dooku, we got them with the Emperor Palpatine we've got up there. They come with these guys, they're cool. I mean, it goes from like a translucent to a darker purple, blue, and that's fine, but I'm just, I don't need that. But overall, you guys can see right here. Look at the presence this guy has. And one of the cool things about helmeted figures, okay, the Mando definitely falls into this category. It's the little micro expressions on tilting the head a certain way. And you guys saw it in the show, and you know what I'm talking about. I mean, just a little. Boom. I mean, just like that. And that's what these helmeted expressions give us. And the one cool thing I like about it is because you don't have any eyes to worry about. Sometimes Hot Toys gives us a figure the eyes look straight. Sometimes they look left, they look right, they look whatever. And you pose them in a way where you want them to look a certain way, but their eyes are just not going that way, the way you've got it posed, and it just looks weird. With helmeted figures, you don't have to worry about that, and with Mando, you definitely don't have to worry about that at all. I mean, it's just a gorgeous figure, guys. I don't want to tell you. So a couple things like I wanted to say, the fat suit's a thing, the having the friction fit on the hand, that's fine. This piece right here is super fragile, okay? Luckily, I have not broken mine yet. I probably will because I like to pose my figures. But I don't have this piece pegged all the way in. I actually have it, actually it's a little tighter than I like it to be right this second, so come on up. This little piece right here, this little nub, goes in here. I do not recommend pegging that all the way in. I recommend just letting it barely sit in there just like that, and I really wouldn't go any past that. Back here in the back, I mean, look at this. Look at this, come on. He's got the blaster rifle back there. This strap back here in the back, I think is not a long-term good move. The magnets, when I was talking about the holster with those crappy magnets, they have the crappy magnets on this strap right here, which actually comes through the cloak. And then has these two tiny little magnets. And the problem is not the magnets itself. The problem is the glue that attaches the pleather to the magnet, and it always gives out. And you're going to end up super gluing that back on there. And I can 100% tell you that's going to happen at some point. No questions asked. It's happened way too many times. Other than that, it's freaking beautiful. I can't get over how awesome. It's one of those things where I like the show so much. And I've been rewatching the Mando on Disney Plus in preparations for season 2, which I'd love to hear from you guys. Which your favorite scene or episode from season 1? I'll tell you mine maybe in another episode. I don't want to spoil it. But the I love hearing from you guys about that. But this right here, iconic. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be, when this sells out, this thing's is going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. But I do have the base here. Let's put these little pyres in here. These are cool. I mean, you can straight up hurt yourself with these things. You don't want to do that. But they peg right in here. I don't think there's anything super difficult. I don't see me using these. I mean, I really don't. It's a thing. I got the helmet I like. We'll see. I don't know. When I do the posing video, maybe we'll break that out and have some fun with that. But again, the feet drive me nuts. And interesting stuff is his boots are bigger than the footprints. Like, he sits on top of the footprint. It's just, I don't know. I just don't like this. I do like this says the Mandalorian on there, so that's cool. It could have said Din Djarin. That would have been cool too. Maybe the next one will. Maybe it just says the Mandalorian. But I think everything about this is just absolutely on point. So here's what I'd like to do. Again, I told you we're going to be giving one of these away. In fact, I've got the second one down here. We're going to be giving away to one of my Patreon supporters. If you're interested in that, again, there's a link in the description below. You can check that out if you want to join. I've got 50,000 subscriber giveaway coming up very soon. That is going to be freaking epic. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Next up, we're going to have the Incinerator Trooper. And I also have, just for fun, just so if you guys want to know, I never did a video on this figure. I actually just unboxed it live, but I never did a video on it. And I've got it right here. I've got one of my Remnant Troopers I just happen to have back here on the shelf. But check these guys out together. Oh, I hope you didn't sleep on this one because it's waitlisted. I got 2 of them and I'm super happy I did. But I mean, just look. It's just, look at this. I don't think he doesn't really need a stand, but if I can get him going here. Oh, does he need a stand? Are you gonna prove me wrong? All right, at least you can face the camera. Yeah, Incinerator Trooper is gonna be sick. How many Mandos did you get? If you got more than one, I know I've seen several people say they got 2. Several people got 2, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you get one for home and one for work. I don't know. Maybe you just want to have some extras. Maybe you're doing it as an investment piece. Maybe you just really like the Mando and you want to display one with the Shore Trooper Pauldron and one with the Beskar Pauldron, and you want to do that. I don't know. I quite like this piece, guys. I really do. For me, it's the shelf presence with this guy. It's how it looks. That's really what it is. The fat suit, it definitely hinders the articulation a little bit. And what I would warn you to do if you're going to be posing your figure, pose it without the rifle on there, because what I've found is it's very long, and you start maneuvering the feet, and you start hitting the rifle, and you're going to start breaking those magnets, and you're also going to start breaking it off this piece. So what I would do, and I will do this now because I'm talking about it, but I would absolutely disconnect. You see that? I would absolutely disconnect this, and these magnets are super weak, so you're not really going to hurt it. But if I was posing this figure, I would absolutely take the rifle off first, and then pose it, and then put the rifle back on. But as far as the range of motion goes, I mean, again, it's got a fat suit on it, so I mean, it's not terrible. You're going to get a pretty good bend out of that. That's not a terrible bend. The legs, that's plastic. That's not a ratchet. That's just a tight joint. Not bad. I don't hate that at all. One issue I have had, and I was jumping up and down about it having the split boot. Whew, man, look at this. Whew. Is the feet. My right foot came off rather easily multiple times while posing it. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I might need to get that replaced. I don't know. The left one seems fine. The right one's, it might be just the way I had it, but it was coming off a little easy for my liking. But there's that. So this is just a quick report on some quality control stuff. And again, it might just be me, but man, you just got to spend time with these figures, man. You just got to enjoy them. Don't throw it in some super boring pose and then throw it on a shelf and you just never enjoy it again. I mean, I don't know. I just really freaking like this figure a lot. Look, he's staring off in the distance. Just the smallest little, look, the smallest little nod, twist, everything. It's just perfect. So a couple takeaways from this would be, one, not a big fan of the fat suit because of the torso, and I don't know that you're going to get a whole lot out of the torso regardless, because you don't want to be messing with this. But the ab crunch, not a whole. I mean, it's just not a. There's not a lot there because of the fat suit. Torso twist. I mean, he's got some. He's certainly not gonna. I don't think, and maybe we'll do this in the posing video. I don't think he's gonna be able to pull off that swagger that the Sideshow Collectibles premium format has. I don't know that he's gonna have that kind of range of motion where you can get that front shoulder like way the heck out there. I don't know that we're gonna get that. That might be a bit strong. All right, guys. So we've got a pose here with the Mando. Now he is. I gotta be honest with you guys. Not the easiest figure to pose, mainly due to the fat suit. If you look in this stomach region here, and you look in those arms, like I said earlier, there's definitely some padding going on there, which does make it a little difficult. You can get some movement around this guy, but not the easiest. That shoulder right there, getting it above there, you can get a little higher than that, but again, the fabric, what's going to happen is underneath, the shoulder is so tight that you're going to have a little difficulty getting it to stay there. But that doesn't mean you can't pose it. It is a absolutely beautiful figure. I mean, just look at this right here. We got double weapons wielding, and just looks absolutely fantastic. Check out the colors going on, and I don't know, guys. I really like this figure. Now, a couple things you guys are going to be asking you: how the heck did you get his cape to stand midair like that? And let's see if anybody in the comment section actually gets the answer correctly. And maybe, I don't know, you get like 5 Jedha points if you get the answer correctly. But there it is right there. There is no, but if you want to know, there's no, anybody guess, there's nothing on the ground. There's no clear stands. I didn't Photoshop it or After Effects and edit it out. But I wanted to give you guys just an idea what this guy was going to like pose, and maybe some up close shots of the detail of it, a little more in a little different lighting. But again, the colors and the details of this thing are just so flippin' cool. I just really quite like it. And there's the helmet, the shine on the helmet. You can see the weathering going on and the lines and the sculpt. And just everything about it is awesome. Now, I have not put in the extra detonators down there. I do have those. And I have not put the base on to use this helmet right here yet. But you can see right here, this thing is just weathered super cool. Really well done. So that's cool. And I have not changed it out for this other Pauldron. But I might. I don't know. I kind of like that. I don't know. We'll see. I got several of these, so I guess I can do whatever the heck I want. One thing I thought was a little weird is on the long rifle, that strap that goes over his shoulder onto that little peg hole right there. It just kind of hangs out, and I think that's kind of weird. You can take the scope off, just like you did in the show. You can take the scope off if you want to, but that little strap appears to be pretty much staying on there and not coming off. So there's that. Now, when posing this guy, if you want the leg, like I've got that leg going that way, but the knee pad armor or the shin, the thigh armor is still coming towards me. So that's a little weird, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from being able to maneuver this guy and pose him up. But fun fact, this is actually the day 2 of me owning this, because the first part of the video I was just so exhausted that I just honestly just ran out of fuel. So this is day 2 of me spending some time posing this figure, and I am going to do a posing video as I mentioned earlier in the video, but I thought it made sense to go ahead and add at least one in here and spend some time with it. And spoiler, I actually got an email from Sideshow today that both of my Mandalorians that I have on pre-order are arriving soon and shipping, and they would be processing payments on those, so super excited about that. So that will make 4 of these Mandos that I will have, and so obviously I don't need 4, and one of them is going to a new home, and we'll see what we do with the other ones. But right here, this guy just looks phenomenal. So again, I wanted to show that to you guys, so you can just, I don't know, just see it more lifelike and more out of the box. And we'll see who can guess what's going on with that magic cape back there. Guys, don't sleep on this. In fact, I'll put a link down below. If you pick up anything from Sideshow Collectibles, it absolutely helps out the channel. If you use our affiliate links on all of our videos, you just click on that little link. Definitely do that. And also come back for the next episode of 6 Skill News. And where's it at? And this guy. If you're hyped to see this guy, let me know, because I'm pretty hyped to open him up. So I'm pretty excited about that. Guys, I'm pleased. I'm not upset that I got 2 or 3 or 4 of these at all. I think it's freaking beautiful. Come back for another episode, and we'll just do a straight posing video. We'll incorporate other figures, your Remnant Troopers, Incinerator Troopers, other figures. I've got piles of Stormtroopers. That's not going to be a problem. But come back for the posing video, and yeah, I just like it. I like it. That's all I got, guys. Collect what you like. See you next time.